Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your main man, Uncle Freezy, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe. I'm joined by my main man, producer, creator, director, overall GOAT of Knicks universe, Free Kid. What's good, boss?
What it do, Playboy? What it do?
What's good? I'm still laughing, bro. I'm still laughing, bro. I'm still laughing, bro. I'm still.
According to some, it ain't nothing funny though.
I know that.
It's a lot of man. There's a lot of emotions going on in the Nick universe right now.
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
So emotional, real emotional. Like I'm on these threads. I'm in these groups. I'm listening to these spaces. Like, man, same cats that was like, "Wow, we better not make a bad deal. We better not make a bad deal. We should just walk away with a bad deal. We walk away, or the deal doesn't point out. Oh, the front office is inept. They're the worst thing. You couldn't get this done. That's all you had to do is get this done. You couldn't get this done. Now you're so mad and emotional. But I get it though. I'm disappointed too. I wanted Spider. But like I always saw this as the second route, as the other route if this didn't pan out. Let the youth fly.
I did not. I saw Donovan Mitchell as the end all be all.
End all be all. No, that was to me, that was the basis of our position of leverage. Is that we didn't have to have him. We didn't need to get him. Like we had another path if that was going to be unreasonable. It didn't work out. We have that other path. Let the youth rock.
Right. Now what I'm saying is basically what I'm saying is my position. It was complicated. It was complicated, bro. In a perfect world, we'd have gave up one of the kids, all of that, a few draft picks, and Donovan Mitchell would have been our Moses that led these kids to the promised land.
And we would have had a good team, definitely.
That was my dream scenario. You feel me?
And we would have had a good team. I'm sure of that. But
yeah,
I feel like we still have a good team, or I feel like we still have, or at least a very well potential to have a good team. We definitely have a better team right now on paper than we had last season and the season before. So I just can't find a reason to be too mad. On top of the fact that like I would blame the front office if like the facts aren't presenting themselves in the way that they present themselves. Like they literally took a lesser offer from the Cavs.
Right.
It was we all know the details of the offers now. Like,
y'all said Leon Rose was the king. He was the Don.
No, I said we had the best offer in the business, and we still do.
I thought I heard from somebody that Leon Rose was God.
I have not heard no Leon Rose is God. I've heard people saying that like, yeah, he did work us into a pretty nice position to be able to actually even haggle. Like I still think we had the position of leverage, and right. I think we still had the better deal. And Ainge walked away from the better deal to go with the Cavs. So that's personal. That's not you. You can't win a fight that's fixed.
Right.
I can't win a fight that's fixed.
I understand that. Shout out to East Blue Drew. That's our man. Our mellow right there. Shout out to East Blue Drew. But yeah, man. So my thing is, and has always been. Hey, shout out to Jermaine Royce. JR is in the building. What's good?
What up, fellas?
From what I'm told, Leon Rose is the GOAT.
From who?
Like Leon Rose is above reproach.
Above reproach? Who told you?
Yeah, I watched. Just because.
I actually think that if any of y'all business people or whatever, like, y'all would applaud him for walking away or not even walking away, but sticking to his guns.
Yeah.
Sticking to his guns. Like, dude, right now the Knicks would have Spider. Right now, in administrations past, the Knicks would have Spider and all our youth and six picks, four unprotected, or would be gone.
Nah, man. JR says that's why I'm tripping. Bro, I'm not saying that this is my opinion.
But you can't
but just because I'm a YouTuber don't mean I don't watch other YouTubers.
Oh, it's a lot of opinions out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not calling Leon Rose God. I don't call no man God, right? Because I understand how difficult it is to operate in spaces.
Your man Spider answered a reporter and put out that his team preferences for trade. If he was going to be traded, he's like, oh, I don't want to be traded, but if I'm going to be traded, if I was going to be traded, I prefer to go to the Knicks, the Nets, or the Heat. Yeah. 2 days later, he was traded to the Cavs.
Bim. Hey, man. I mean,
that was nothing about Leon. That was nothing about what you call it. That was a fight that was fixed. And I would say that's a situation where the owner probably stepped in and was like, I'm not giving him don't give him what he wants.
Right. Nah, what I'm saying is this. Where Donovan Mitchell went outside of the Knicks, I can care less. Right? My feeling way back around July 15th. You remember this? You remember I sounded like a spoiled brat, right? I was like, yo, if this thing ain't over with by August 1st, I'm emailing James Dolan. Y'all remember me saying that, right? I said that if this thing ain't over by July 31st, August 1st, I'm emailing James Dolan. Because I'm tired of this mess all the time. Right? It stretched on beyond that. Right? Because I knew if Danny Ainge and Leon Rose was going to get something done, it wasn't going to take 3 months. I felt like we were being publicly humiliated. Right? And at the end of the day, I still feel like Danny Ainge was never going to trade Donovan Mitchell to us.
I kind of feel the same way, unless we took his first crazy ass offer. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking back at it and realizing the timing as to when they made the deal, the fact that they made the deal for a lesser offer and didn't come back at the Knicks for like a rebuttal or like to try to counter that offer or
right.
What kind of you're a poor businessman, just not doing that alone. Ainge ain't a poor businessman, so it's emotions involved there. You ain't looking for the best deal, because if you was looking for the best deal, you would have took the best deal.
This was never about the best deal.
So it's never. So then it tells me it was not about the best deal.
It was personal.
What was it about? The timing of the deal just lends itself to me that was a shot more so at Spider, because literally 2 days after this man said that his team preferences for trade was the Knicks, the Nets, or the Heat.
A big market team
traded to the Cavs.
He traded them to a small market team.
I think if he didn't say anything, if he kept his mouth shut and just played the game that Ainge wanted him to play, he'd be a Knick right now.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. And so, Freaky, like what I'm saying ultimately is I don't disagree with you. What I'm saying is for one, Danny Ainge was never going to trade Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. And the reason being is because when the Knicks started calling the Jazz like a telemarketer about Donovan Mitchell, they started, the timeline starts last year around this time. Or I'm sorry, last year at the end of the season. And then when the Knicks showed up at the Jazz Mavs playoff game, like some junior high bullies, I was like, yeah.
What do you mean bullies? Like they out there watching the game,
bro. But you don't do
execs be at other teams' games.
They don't be on the floor though, Freaky. They be in suites. They don't be on the floor, bro. They be in suites. GI, what's good, man?
They mad at the people doing their job. They scouting,
bro. But you don't scout from the floor, and you don't dap people up pregame.
Why not? What are you talking about? They old people.
Because that's some lack of professional.
Why is that lack of professional? What they playing a game, bro?
Freaky? Have you ever seen Magic Johnson and them at a Knicks game before the game, dapping people up and doing all that stuff? These dudes
ain't nothing they want.
But you don't do that though, bro. You don't do that to other people. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
Or not, I don't think that had anything to do with the direction of that trade.
I think it had everything to do with it.
I think it was Spider, because all of last season, media, Spider, was bending over backwards to try to convince people that he didn't want. He wasn't requesting a trade. He didn't request a trade. This, that, and the, media was bending over backwards trying to shove that down our throat. Like, oh, Spider's a good guy. Like, he's not trying to push his way out of the cat. He's not trying to push his way out of Jazz. Blah 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 blah.
He wasn't though.
But that comment, dude, there's a lot wrapped up in that comment when he said that his team preferences for trade. When he specifically said his team. That lets you know that there was thought and probably conversation beforehand. That this, that, and the other. Like, that's the stuff. Ainge and them are ego driven. They do not like him coming out like that. Now it looked like, oh, they just gave the player what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They caved. They didn't even. And already in the media, you're not getting the deal you already wanted from the Knicks anyway. Like, oh, I want 4 unprotected, blah 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 blah. This, that, and the other. You're already not getting that. So now it looked like Spider pushing his way out and he gonna force y'all hand. I'm telling you, he got traded to the Cavs because he opened his mouth.
That might be true, Freaky. I'm not disputing that part. What I'm telling you is Danny Ainge was never going to trade Spider to the Knicks, and part of it had to do with the Knicks bringing a phone like a telemarketer every day, same time. Yo, what's up with Spider? Yo, didn't I tell y'all yesterday we ain't trading Spider? Okay. And then you call him back the next day. Yo, what's up with Spider? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. These are facts.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, man? Like that type. He does not look like that writer type. He doesn't look like that.
You know the irony? The irony of this whole thing is I'm coming in and I'm like, tonight I think we need to talk about why Spider wasn't traded to the Knicks. That's one of my walk-in topics.
What else are we talking about, bro?
No.
Even though we like a week late on that, man. Even though we still got PTSD from it. Knicks fans don't want to talk about it over and over.
Listen, Danny Ainge is either going to be brilliant and start something new that's going to stop these free agents from jumping around, or this is going to backfire miserably in his face. But there's no question he absolutely traded that man to Cleveland because he did not want to see him in the big market thrive. And that he took it's just no question that I got to be careful with my language on this, on our platform. But Danny Ainge was being an absolute, just 100%. And the only way he was going to trade him to the Knicks is if he could, again, I have to watch my language on this platform. That's the only way he was going to trade it to us. And I don't think that Leon Rose or anybody else had anything to do with it. Listen, I'm in sales a lot. And if I want the deal, I'm calling. You shouldn't be offended that I'm calling. You should know that I want the deal. And then at some point, you could say something to me that absolutely convinces me that the deal can't be done. And in this case, it was Danny Ainge's asking price. But he did not. If he was going to go to the front office and say he traded to the Knicks, and let me say something else since I'm late. Look at where he traded Rudy Gobert. This is not an optimal situation. Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is going to have that ball in his hand. He's going to have a 20, 24, 25, 28, potentially 30% usage rate. If he's not able to get assists with Gobert, what is Gobert going to be doing on the court when Karl Anthony Towns is 7 feet dribbling the ball? So I think Danny Ainge was comfortable trading them there. I either Danny Ainge is going to be brilliant, or he'll never see another free agent. His career is over quickly as GM. He better draft well with them draft picks he got.
I feel like I feel like he's worked up, he's run up enough of a resume, and now those draft picks take time to prove out. Like, he's got himself at least a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all of that to bear out. But to me, from the optics of the deal, there's emotions involved. And why? You turned down a better offer. Like, you knew, even if the Cavs had a comparable offer, you didn't even, as a business person, you, like you said, you in sales, right, G.I.? You get that offer. That offer now is actually a tool for you to try to get more. So now I got the offer from the Cavs. I'm going back to the Knicks like, yo, like, this is what they gave me. What you got? You cut that down. You ain't even do that part? Come on, bro. Like, that's negligence. That's negligence.
No, that's revenge.
But also negligence.
Yeah, it's revenge.
Because you didn't get the most out of that deal that you could have gotten for your star player. Like, so your emotions, yeah, you won. You stuck it to Spider, but you dumb.
No, you're
left with a deal.
You stuck it to an inexperienced front office that's in over their head that act like they the junior high bullies.
The fact of the matter. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you.
These dudes' approach with Donovan Mitchell was like 6th grade bully in a lunchroom type stuff. They showing up with the same shirt on. You know, they got a crew. They the Bulldogs. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of that movie Warriors from back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Crews from across town and all. Yo, how you going? William Wesley was ear hustling all year. He was whispering sweet nothings in players' ear all year. That's what you brought him here for his backroom connections. Because he's supposed to but what has William Wesley done since he's been here?
What do you mean? Dude, he's been working the background.
And what have you gotten from that background work?
I've gotten two reports. I got 2 reports over the last 2 years of him getting investigated by the NBA for tampering.
The fact of the matter is
behind the back. That's working in the background.
The fact of the matter is we won the off season. We absolutely did. Now, did we get everything we wanted? But no one upgraded from Kemba Walker to Jalen Brunson. Nobody upgraded from one of the most inefficient, unavailable players in the NBA to one of the most efficient, available players in the NBA who had a great playoff, who would have been all NBA for the playoffs. Absolutely would have been all NBA, one of the teams, 1, 2, or 3, third team, all NBA in the playoffs with his performances, how he played. So the fact of the matter is we're getting a hot player. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I think our brand of basketball changes next year immediately.
Slow down, G.I. Slow down. You wait. Okay. This dude did that in half a season. This dude was in the league 4 years, and you saw him do it in the last half.
Bro,
the last half of his
RJ is going to do it next year, and we're going to be proud. And if RJ does it next year, we ain't going to talk about no other seasons. We're going to talk about how RJ developed into the star we knew he was going to be. And because we didn't watch Jalen Brunson for 4 years, there are Mavs fans that are hurt that Jalen Brunson said that left. He said that was our player. We watched him grow into a star, and now he's gone. But as a Knicks fan, he's not enough for us to think that he's going to upgrade our brand of basketball. I'm just blessed we're only a month and a half away from proving that I think I'm going to be right on this topic.
That's exactly right, because Jalen Brunson averaged 9 points first year, 8 points second year, 12 points third year, and 16 points his fourth year, right? RJ Barrett came out the gate averaging 14, 17, 20.
RJ wasn't playing behind Luka.
Yeah, RJ, right.
We don't have
and right. And so, and to your point, RJ wasn't playing behind Luka, and you know what that also means? That RJ wasn't playing with Luka.
Okay, but look at the numbers when Luka isn't playing. That's where you judge. That's where you judge. Like, who took them out of that first round? They wouldn't even got to the finals without.
When you talking about 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
A year ago.
Oh, you talking about last year? That same stitch of time I just mentioned. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it only took one playoff run for cats to hate on Randall. So then why can't we use one playoff run as the good thing for somebody else? Why we can't do that?
And none of this negates.
It only works in one direction.
But none of this discussion negates what I said. No matter what Jalen Brunson's numbers are, for an entire playoff season, he looked like an all-star player. RJ has never looked like an all-star, but maybe he had a couple weeks. Not on that stage has RJ looked like that, nor last year would RJ have looked like that. Jalen Brunson is at a high. He is the best all-around basketball player on our team, even though he plays piss poor defense. And Mitch would be close because Mitch's defense is elite in the NBA. He's going to be the best.
Jalen Brunson had a hot 2 months, and that's what we're going on.
A hot 2 months. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers with Luka off the court. Look at the numbers, bro. Look at his averages when he's leading the team, and they were winning.
You talking about for those hot 2 months?
And the playoffs.
No, I'm including playoffs.
I don't know anything about. I don't know if the analytics, the advanced analytics,
it's not even advanced.
Let me finish, Keith. You gotta let me because I don't know what you're saying right now. Let me say my discussion. I don't know if the advanced analytics will give you those ratings for 2 months. I think they look at the time that you're on the court and the minutes that you play, and your efficiency while doing so. This is one of the most efficient players in the NBA. Not for just 2 months. Anytime he's given minutes on the basketball court. And that's what I think the argument is of the young man of Isaiah Hartenstein, which scares me. Because if he's suggesting he sees in Hartenstein what I see in Jalen Brunson, then we're gonna have something special is gonna happen in New York.
Free Keith let you cook, bro.
And I think that Hartenstein, I mean, we weren't talking about him right now, but I actually think I love Mitch, but I quietly think like Hartenstein, his mix of talents, Mitch better kind of watch out. Mitch got to step up this year, in a real way. He could get beat out for that top spot.
Yeah. So just on the Brunson thing, just on the Brunson thing, yeah. I wouldn't bring up Brunson's numbers versus RJ. I would just let that one ride. Because I'm looking at the numbers right now.
You brought up Brunson numbers versus RJ. You're the one who did it.
No, I said
you play hit replay. I said what I compared him to RJ. I said RJ is developing, and next year if he becomes an all-star type level, we'll be happy. But for Jalen Brunson, he may have developed into this player he is, but we're doubting whether he is. And people would doubt whether RJ is. And I'm saying I'm treating Brunson just like I'm treating RJ. I do not believe Jalen Brunson is going to come next year in the beginning of the Knicks season and look different than he looked at the end of last season. I believe
a few moments ago, you said Jalen Brunson was our best all-around player.
He absolutely is our best all-around. He's the one that's all-star level. I'm not comparing him in numbers.
Except he didn't make the all-star team yet.
No, I'm telling you, he's all-star caliber. Once he gets the minutes he gets with the Knicks, he's going to be all-star caliber. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I think he's going to be an improved player from what he's been in Dallas. But I don't want to use Dallas's numbers as the standard to go by. What I would like to do is project what that kid can do in a heavy pick and roll offense that runs the pick and roll all the time. That's what I want to do. I want to project forward. I don't want to use the past because I'm looking at Brunson's numbers, right? I'm looking at Brunson's numbers. He was awesome, all-star level, right? Well, except in the Golden State Warriors series, he averaged 18 points a game. That's about what RJ does. In the Phoenix Suns series, he averaged 18.7
No
points a game.
disrespect, Free G. You
But
believe
that's about what
RJ
Barrett
would have
does.
averaged 18 points a game in the what were that in the Eastern Western Conference Finals? You believe RJ would have averaged in that situation, having to dominate the ball and look, man. Listen,
What I'm saying is before we say Jalen Brunson's numbers were otherworldly, let's just keep things in perspective. Jalen Brunson had a hot month, not even two, a hot month. That was against a great matchup for him against the Utah Jazz. And in a 2-week stretch, he averaged 27 points a game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Brunson.
I never argued that. I never argued that either.
Right. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is before we say that this dude is about to break out and become something greater than he is, at the end of the season, Free Keith in April, that dude averaged 17 points a game. In March, he averaged 17 points a game. And in February, he averaged 14 points a game.
You just said don't use his Dallas stats against him, and then you try to use his Dallas stats against him.
And number one,
so low.
No, I didn't. I said I don't want to use Dallas stats to project him to stardom. What I said is I want to use
Dallas stats.
No, I didn't.
That he might not. Let's slow down.
No, I didn't.
He might not hit.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm. Hey, in case y'all had noticed, I'm right here with y'all. It's not like I'm somewhere else listening. What I'm telling y'all is, I know what I said. I said this to. I said don't use Dallas's stats to project him to stardom.
And then you told us to slow down. And then you told us to slow down.
Right.
Do not
because you said
in these months
that Jalen Brunson is the Knicks all-around player, and the second player might be Mitchell Robinson because of his defense. I mean,
and at some point, hopefully, you'll let me explain why I say he's our best player.
Not when you calling me a liar to my face.
No, Freezy, I'm not calling you a liar to your face. Here's what I'm saying happened. What I'm saying happened is first of all, my argument was never about his stats, but you jumped on that and I just let you go because you have that right. You said his stats for 2 months, he was hot. I never argued that.
Right.
And you started breaking down the other stuff. I never argued that. But in doing that, you said don't use 2 hot months to project what he's going to be when you could look at these other months to project what he may potentially not be. That's what you said. That's what
No. I said I am not going to use 2 hot months. I want to project him in the pick and roll system, the Knicks system. That's what I said.
And I never said anything about any stats. I never got to tell you why I feel like he's the new. So we've been all the way down the road talking about something that I never said, but I figured that was your position. Now maybe hopefully I could give my position.
Okay.
My position is such. My position is because of the way he handles the basketball, and Tibbs will allow a ISO style system. If Randall allows that boy to hold the ball for as long as he holds the ball and back people down, and then they feel the need to double team him, I believe he's an efficient enough passer. I believe he's a fancy enough player, a heady enough player. In fact, his intelligence is the best part of his game, just like RJ. That's why him and RJ together. So from that, I believe he's going to make everybody around him better, which is going to make him look like the best player on our team. Now, what stats you're talking about with Dallas, that has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you, whether it's that pick and roll system or whether it's because he is going to hold the ball at a high ratio and not turn it over, which is going to make everybody around him more efficient. We'll be able to do more things. We can get movement off the ball and trust that you'll move without the ball, Randall, because you'll get it again. Randall's concern has been if he gives the ball up and moves away from the ball, then somebody's going to turn it over. Somebody's going to do something dumb because he don't trust them.
He's played.
Come on, Keith, help me, please.
Better point guards, and Randall has played with better point guards, and it's already proven that when he's with a better point guard, I'm not even talking about this is even beyond the Knicks because he has a longer career. that he plays better with a dominant point guard. So like I have no fear of that. Like honestly, what I always felt that we needed, and you don't hear me talking about nothing about Brunson, All-Star Brunson, this, that, and the other. I'm not talking about that. Give me exactly what you did on the Mavs, and I'm happy because what we needed from the point guard position.
No, on the Mavs in those last 2 months. Nothing else.
Exactly.
If you got to go back. Only talk about those last 2 months.
I don't need nothing more than that from you. I don't need nothing more than that from you. Like I'm not projecting him to come here and be like some 20-point per game player. No, I need you to come and manage the team. I need you to be an on-court talent manager. That's it. We've got multiple cats on the team right now that can give you 20 plus points per night any night. I'm not saying average. I'm talking about on any given night, you could get 20 plus points out of Randall. Any given night, you could get 20 plus points out of Evan. Any given night, you could get 20 plus points out of Rose. Any given night, you could get 20 plus points out of RJ. These are all factual things. Like what we didn't have was an level all game. This is why, like we had a team that could get to 20-point plus leads by the fourth quarter and lose the whole thing in the fourth quarter because they can't manage that talent and they can't close. We need somebody to keep the team consistent. That's all I need from that spot, and I think we got that. And that's Gucci to me. I've been on record. I don't need for what we got set up. We don't need no top shelf. I take the best PG, the best point guard in the league, but we don't need no flashy PG. We need somebody who could steady the team. Y'all should look at all them 20 plus point leads that we gave up in the fourth quarter, and y'all should be agreeing with what GI is saying about Brunson, yo. And it has nothing to do with no projecting him to be no all-star or nothing like that.
When I say all-star, I don't mean that Brunson's going to be an all-star. One, he's not going to get enough votes.
No. I'm just saying.
No. But guys in the chat, I'm responding to some things in the chat.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star. And I don't care what position he played for the Dallas Mavericks. That's moot. For the New York Knicks, he's going to have a 20 to 25% usage ratio. He's going to have low turnover and high efficiency. And we have not seen a player like that on our team in a long, long time. It's going to look very different.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Freezy's not talking, so I didn't want to be rude.
No, man.
I'm ready to cook.
Different than what Spider would bring. Spider will push us up to another level.
No, I ain't talking about no Spider. Forget why would you want to talk about that?
Spider would push us up to another level. That's fine. That's fine. But Brunson legitimately, I think like Brunson legitimately like evens out our team. Like
there's gonna be a player.
He's a rising tide that's gonna lift all boats. We needed a secure point guard.
There's gonna be a player. Just so Knicks fans hear it first on this hot network, on this hot show. There's going to be a player better than Spider that wants to come to New York. He's gonna be 6'8", 6'7", 6'9". He's going to be able to impact the game at a high rate, and we're going to be available to get him with our assets.
And that player going to go to Miami. Because we hear this next player thing all the time, bro. We hear this next player up thing all the time, and we ain't got that next player yet.
This time,
who is it? Chris Paul? Damian
Chris
Lillard?
Paul.
Bradley
No,
Beal?
none of those guys. 6'9", 6'8".
Okay.
Might be Chris Middleton.
That might be Chris Middleton.
Everybody will change. It won't be no question at whether he's one of the best in his positions. You can compare him to Kevin Durant. Won't be no question whether he has pedigree. You could say he carried his team. You knew where Giannis was going, and Giannis can bully outside for 80 points a game right now if he wants to. You run up and down the court, get 80 points a game. It's the other players, the complementary players that help them win. Who knows who it could be? Heck, OJ said it could be Giannis himself. We just never know who the next player could be. I'm happy that we didn't spin the wheels on a 6'2 player when we could have got a 6'8", 6'9 player. I want somebody who could absolutely dominate the game if we was going to pay that price. That was not a cheap price.
I got one, G.I., and he'll be cheap. There's a player called Jonathan Isaac. He's a 6'11" wing player, a defensive wizard, Scottie Pippen-like defender. In this era where you can't touch nobody, he plays Scottie Pippen-like defense. Right? That's the guy I think the Knicks might secretly, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the whole thing about the Brunson thing is I think Brunson's going to be a solid player here. But what we have to remember is, like a few people in the chat mentioned, Jalen Brunson played his entire career with the Mavericks as a secondary ball handler. And we are going to think that he's going to come to New York and be a primary ball handler and excel at it right away on a bad roster. So what I'm saying is, before we throw Brunson up to this place, let's just back it up, back it up just a little bit with Brunson. And just say, because even in his best season, he only averaged 4 assists a game. In his best NBA season, he averaged 4 assists a game with excellent offensive players around him. Right? So even if he does come to New York and is the primary ball handler and the roster is improved, the young kids got better, and I don't see him being like a 9, 10, 11, 12 assists per game guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's just going to be one piece of a puzzle that makes the team better. That's it.
No, definitely. But it's a major piece. The point guard position is so important. It's not like you get a star point guard. It's different than getting a star shooting guard or a star power forward. Like, those people will make their positions better. Like, there will be stars in their position. But because of the position that the point guard plays with the rest of the team, that so many of the other guys' success is dependent on the point guard play on the team as well. Having a quality point guard, and I'm not even, again, I want to reiterate the point that I'm not even saying he is like stellar. This is the point guard of the future, like this, that, and the other. Like, no, but we have somebody quality who can hold down that position now.
Right.
I first of all, I knew this was gonna happen. You guys know, as my buds in this Knicks thing, I never stopped talking about Jalen Brunson, ever. Never stop talking about Jalen.
I said we was gonna have him by the middle.
No. So somebody said, now that we don't got Spider, we spinning back to Real King, my homie Real King, real good dude. I never stopped talking about Brunson, because even having Brunson here was gonna make. Oh, I know you did, but here's what's factual. When the ball is in his hands, he's not going to turn it over a lot, which means he makes right decisions when he has it. Somebody making the right decision and getting RJ the ball playing downhill is only going to make RJ better. I only have one concern: is will Brunson go and defer off the ball, since he deferred off the ball with Luka, and just focus on being the primary scorer versus being everything to the game, and let Randall be the primary ball handler. If Randall controls the ball as a primary ball handler, then we absolutely wasted our money on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, no, I don't like. I would agree with you. T.I. I don't think this Brunson is here with the thought that Randall is going to be continue running. If that's the case, then I'm gonna agree with you that was done.
And when we say defer, we don't mean, listen, Randall is elite at his position. He earned his All-Star. He earned his most MVP. But Randall has to learn to be a better player, that other players make the game easier for him. That's the role we're created for Jalen Brunson. If the game becomes easier for Randall and then he becomes a more efficient player, you're going to see a lot of W's in that column and a lot of draft picks to come and development of young players because they're going to see good basketball. For all good things will just happen. It will snowball. And then you look and be like, oh, these cats been only getting 10, 11 minutes a game for the last 3 or 4 years. Now you're putting them in. They know the system. That this has to happen for the Knicks. I don't think Freezy, I think I said my boy Cayenne Pepper is giving you credit for saying Superman ain't walking through that door. I'm pretty sure I said that first.
You may have. I can't remember.
And get you
but me and Freaky was talking about. We were talking about inspiration right before you came. So if you inspired us, thank you. Me and Freaky was just talking about that. Like somebody say something dope, and then somebody borrow it from is inspiration. So yeah, man. You know, hey man, I can't remember. If you did, man, thank you. Right, and if I didn't, man, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm just glad to be inspired. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
No, you don't think Freezy, if we get RJ's value up, even though I don't want to trade RJ, will we give him that contract to trade him? But I did think about what Free Keith be saying. It is a movable contract, bro. It is a movable.
Dude, the one thing that y'all cannot be mad at, y'all can say whatever about Leon and this, that, and the other. Like, yo, like he convinces cats to take some really reasonable contracts, bro. And they all front loaded. So like literally, like, okay, you getting the majority of your money up top, like up front, and it leaves the team. It's an automatic like stress relief valve on the team as you get older. It leaves more room in the cap.
Leon Rose better be updating his resume, bro. Leon Rose better be on Indeed right now.
Nah, what you call it going first? Tibbs will go first.
Yeah. I'm saying I'm with you. Tibbs ain't gonna have time to update his resume. They're gonna try to work. They're gonna try to squeeze every drop out of him before they fire him, and then Leon Rose will be next.
Because nobody's hiring Tibbs. This is his last job. Nobody's hiring him after.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Leon Rose, this may be the last chance you ever get at running the front office too. You know what I'm saying? Because for all the good things he did, like draft Quentin Grimes, and he also drafted Rokas Jokubaitis when an elite 6'8" wing player was on the board that can knock down threes, and Herb Jones. Thank you, Leon Rose. So we know Jokubaitis is going to be a star. Because I don't know if y'all like 6'8" wing, 6'8", 6'9" wing players that can defend multiple positions and shoot the three and don't require a lot of attention on offense. He just scores within the flow of the game. Leon Rose passed that up to draft yet another diminutive guard. So that diminutive guard he drafted, it must be fire. Right? Jokubaitis is going to be the next coming of Tony Parker when he get him.
I doubt that happens. We don't get that lucky. But am
I the only one that likes 6'8", 6'9" wing players that can defend? Okay, so if it's just me, listen, my bad. If it's just me, my bad. I mean, I felt like the team needed like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, I'm happy Cam's gonna get. Well, you know what? For Cam to one out, I think they still told him, yeah, no, you're not gonna be in a rotation that much.
Wait, a 6'8" wing player is not gonna be in a rotation.
Well, Cam plays at a different pace. Cam has to be a ball dominant player. You think they're giving a player with an expiring contract the opportunity to be ball dominant over the people they gave all this money to? And Cam, where would Cam get the opportunities? Even on the backup unit, Rose and Quickly are going to get their opportunities. Obi's going to be featured a little more if he can hit his shot. Where would he fit into this team?
See, that's why Free Keith, that's why we just should have just kept Frank, bro.
Oh, see, No, if you get a dominant 6'8" player that can play within the flow, you move RJ to 2 and bring Fournier sniper off the bench. But then you got a problem too. Fournier should be off this team because why would you want Fournier and Quickly do the same thing?
Let me tell you, Fournier and Quickly do not do the same thing. Quickly is a better defensive player. Fournier is by far better. And I'm gonna tell you something. Playing with a guy like Donovan Mitchell, Evan beat our three-point record in a down year where he didn't even get going until the second half of the season. You put him next to a quality point guard that can get him the rock in his spots. You keep Evan, or I should say, you use him. You will see a much better Evan in that scenario.
Right.
He needed a better point guard too.
Right.
Better Evan.
Right. You exactly right. Jalen Brunson and Evan Fournier. You got to play Fournier. This whole Quentin Grimes thing. Quentin Grimes should be getting minutes thing is.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I do think I want to see Grimes backing up Fournier. I want to see Grimes coming off the bench because I think we're in a scenario where we have another very good
defending the second unit.
Another very good second unit, and I feel like that was the problem quietly. That is what really messed up our second run this season. This season was having to break up that second unit that was the best bench in the league the year before.
Yeah, you mean with Alec Burks?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking yes. You with Alec Burks.
Alec Burks should not have
and the fact that Derrick Rose got hurt.
Alec Burks should not have been the starting point guard. Derrick Rose was injured for way too long. The whole chemistry of that second unit was broken up. But we had it was our second unit that was killing in games, bro. Burks was winning games for us. But people don't remember that as they start to hate on the guy being played out of his position.
Yeah, those dudes you mentioned shot 40% from the floor and 37% from three. Those dudes off the bench. Those dudes quickly, Burks, all them guys outside of Derrick Rose. Mm-hmm. All them guys outside of Derrick Rose shot 40%.
And why were we killing? And why were we killing that 41 win season, 42 win season? Why were we killing?
I'm talking about last year. I'm not talking about the year before.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Last year, the whole thing was off. They broke up that second unit chemistry. They broke it up.
I think it's the curse of Frank, bro.
You didn't have to, or this, that, and the other. But like that's
it's Frank. Frank was on that bench.
Frank was not on that second unit.
Frank was on that bench.
No, he was not. Where? When was he? What position was he playing on that bench?
No,
with Rose IQ Obi. With Rose IQ Obi, was he playing? Was he playing a 5? What was he playing?
See,
what was he playing
Frank like that, bro? Why are you doing Frank like that, bro?
Dude, like I tried to be mellow with Frank, just like even keel with Frank because he was on the team. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But now he's off the team. Like I'm free. Like the dude was not what nobody was trying to sell him as.
Come on, bro. Don't do Frank like that. Frank was on that bench.
Moutier and Trey, I'm gonna tell you this one. Moutier, Trey, and Elf are still all better point guards than him. Today, to this day.
Nah, bro. I think you're doing Frank dirty, bro.
Ah, man. Live your life.
Right, yo, I'm telling you, in England, they cut crop circles in the field with number 11 in it for Frank.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I saw it. Look, I got the church flyers. I got all that. It's Frank Relight standing out on the corner right now, preaching the, you know what I'm saying, preaching the good word. Preaching the good word of the gospel. Like
they like to call it the Franklin. They don't call it the gospel, they call it the Franklin. Like they got a book of Franklin, right?
And Frank, read. Frank gets quality minutes on the playoff team in the playoffs, as you can see.
Right. Frank shut down Chris Paul last year.
Frank shut down Chris Paul. And our Lord and Savior Jesus Frank scored 20 points one time. 20. Yeah.
20 whole points by himself.
Youngest Knick to score 20 points in a game.
Ever.
Because people were ignoring him because he's such a scrub.
Well, I mean, Frank ain't a scrub, bro. Frank's is a saint. They have an all Frank day.
Oh, he's not a scrub compared to me. Compared to other NBA players, he's a scrub.
Yeah, I mean, they celebrate Frank's birthday by putting up Christmas trees. I mean, this whole thing. No, I'm just messing around, but yeah, man. The whole thing about that bench, though. The whole thing about the bench is I understand where you're coming from, man. I feel like Jalen Brunson is a piece. I don't want to put too much pressure on this dude because, again, what we like to do is have a scapegoat, right? Like if everything don't go absolutely perfect from day one, the dude from out of town is always the scapegoat.
Gotta have a scapegoat.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do the Brunson thing because no matter who the dude from out of town is, if your name ain't Melo, matter of fact, it was Melo too. Remember how we turned on Melo towards the end of Melo tenure? Bro, yeah, I mean, come on, we turned on Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway was drafted by us. If you're out of towner, bro, you know, man, I mean, come on. Come on, man.
Rip him.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm saying I like the Brunson kid, bro. I think he's gonna be okay. I don't want to start off this summer with, you know what I'm saying, yo, you didn't get Donovan Mitchell. Now the next dude that we got, he better do what Donovan Mitchell does and better. Because that can quickly become the narrative. You've seen it with your own eyes. You saw it. You saw how quick the Knicks turned up. Man, the Knicks signed 3 power forwards, right? They signed Portis, they signed Randall, and they signed Morris. Morris played the 3 for us, right? You see how quickly they turned on Portis and Julius?
I don't know what they was thinking about with that one, though.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't want them to do that to Brunson, man. I want to keep Brunson in bubble wrap, right? Keep him protected, man. You know what I'm saying? And if we stumble out the gate, don't blame Jalen Brunson, man. But Knicks fans are gonna do that because for Knicks fans like Gi and myself that are cordial, there are some fans out there that legit, if you're not winning out the gate, they booing you from the gate. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, bro.
I'm just waiting. I'm really just interested in this season opening up, man. I don't know. I felt like we were in a position, even with the trade talks, we were in a position that we could go either of one or two directions. This is the second direction. I'm not mad at it. Like, I think that there's a lot of things to be hopeful for, and to like that gives us enough positive anticipation. Like, okay, like I know these guys is young, but they showed some stuff. Let's see what they got. And really, like, Gibbs don't really have a lot of vets to lean on. So physically, the young dudes have to play. So it's not even like it's like people don't even have the excuses saying that, oh, Tibbs don't play the youth and this, that, and the other. Like, yo, like now this season we gonna get to see some guys play. So let's see if what everybody was saying about RJ is true, because the spotlight is gonna be on him this season. It's a heavy spotlight. Let's see if it's true. Let's see if I feel like he can step up to it, but like he's gonna have to show that he can handle that weight. I can't be seeing like them layup misses every game. I'm hoping I don't see that from him. The free throws better be cleaned up. There's a heavy spotlight now, and I think like this is going to be able to like wash away some of that like gold that's in some of these fans' eyes against that they consider all these youths future superstars. Let's see what we got. Let's move on. But I still think we're a playoff team this year. How about that? Fight me. Want somebody to fight me.
I'm not prepared to say playoff team because I think it's going to take some while for the development, for the chemistry is probably the word I'm looking for to come. I honestly think the first 20 games might be a little rough.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we win 5 of the first 20, I could see us winning 5 of the first 20 games.
Yeah.
But the second half of the season, we're going to be really good.
Right.
And we're going to see that we're maybe a player or two away from really being able to compete at the top. Then you got to remember at the end of this year, teams are paying a lot of salary to be champions. Some of these teams are going to break up quick. They're going to break up quick. So Freak Nick Gay, I think you got some problems, Free Keith. The homie Nick Gay said if you got us in the playoffs, he needs you to rank the teams top 8 or 10. You got the Knicks making the playoffs.
Here's why I'm not gonna do that. And I dig the direction.
Here's why you're not gonna give data.
No, I'm not even trying to play you, Nick. Like I'm saying, like that's not what I do. I'm not even trying to play you. It's not. I'm not gonna do that only because, like, see, this forecasting is predicated on some stuff that, like, I don't agree with. Like, yes, like there are good teams in the East, and the East is actually the better conference right now. But I also think a lot of credence isn't being given to our guys.
Okay.
To our guys. You know what I'm saying? Like to what we have. Sorry.
Okay.
The problem is you do got a decent squad, but you're gonna start off slow. You can't start off. It's only 82 games.
You might start off slow, but most of those guys the last 3 years. You understand? Like the learning curve is for one guy. It's for one guy new on the team. Well, him and Hartenson, but like his learning curve or learning the guys, it's really more so dependent on what we feel how quickly Brunson can attack his learning curve. And I actually think that the dude is a smart player. And I feel like he'll not saying like, oh, he's going to run into the season already knowing these guys, but I don't think it'll take him too long to pick up.
Okay.
Is what I think.
Okay. You the man, bro.
First 10 games, I feel like will tell us. I wouldn't even go to the first 20. I feel like the first 6 to 10 games will tell you how these guys look like or feel like look like they can mesh well.
Okay.
I'm with that. It's just so much talent in these. And talent wins basketball games. It's just
wins basketball games.
So I don't know how you would say our guys are being underrated when even at their peak, we're not at the talent level of some of these other teams. They got Washington ranked below us, and Washington has more talented players. I
feel like they're ranked below us. I don't think that they have more talent.
Yeah, well, you have Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis. You think we have
Morris? Yeah,
and then like the drop off to me from there, like
Yes, we're supposed to have a deeper bench, and I think that's why they're giving it to us because our bench. But if they stay in the game till the fourth quarter.
Who's staying in the game till the fourth quarter? KP?
Hey, quiet as kept, man. I wouldn't mind
last game for the next 8.
I wouldn't mind a KP reunion, no problem.
You have the Hartenstein though. You don't need KP.
KP plays,
that's true.
If
you don't
KP
need his salary.
Over 50 games for this season for the Wizards, I will give him a medal.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the brand of basketball. I think what's going to get Dolan over next year is the brand of basketball.
Yes.
And if Tibbs can manage that, even if he loses some games, and we get a decent lottery pick out of it, and some of the, maybe one of those other things fall in our place. Maybe the Pistons. Maybe the Pistons be better than we think they're going to be. Oh no, they got to be worse. What do they need to do? Be better, right? Yeah, they need to get picked 16, 17. And
so they need to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, we get two picks out of this draft next year. One our low draft pick and won their higher draft pick, or however you look at it, whichever way. So, maybe some of that could happen and our luck could turn. Even though at 15, Leon Rose is trading out the draft. That is unacceptable. That he can't keep getting away with.
Okay. Man.
I don't think, and here, the parts that I feel like sometimes as well, we don't give enough credit to how actually like liquid the NBA is. It's not a stagnant place. Like none of these things stay the same from season to season. In half season, like half the season to the next half of the season, there's deals that's going to be made. There's going to be opportunities. Like we good. Like it's not just the draft. It's not. We're going to find it. We're going to have another trading opportunity. We're going to have as what we need to concern ourselves with is having a solid team to be ready for all that stuff. And I think that that's what we have. I think that is a solid team. I don't even think that people realized or knew that Ainge would make Spider available this summer after having traded Gobert. Because the word on the street was one of the two, like they were beefing and one of the two would have to go. So like people thought that, okay, he robbed the bank for Gobert. Nobody expected him to put Spider on the market like he did.
But then he knew he was gonna have an issue with Spider. You can't keep a Spider and go younger. Spider's not gonna go for that. It's not gonna work. So you got to do it. The timing is not the same. But I do want, you're right. We talked about Washington Wizards. We ain't bring up Kyle Kuzma, and they still got us ranked. You're talking about three. We don't have a wing as good as Kyle Kuzma on this team.
They got three cats that's potentially good players. Like we have a much.
So Brooklyn got
what?
Brooklyn got three cats.
Yeah, and on paper they better than us, but like we know the background to the mental issues there. That's different. That's not quantified. That's not quantified in the stats.
The mental issues. I agree with you. They might stop them in the postseason. Ain't gonna stop them from winning 50. It ain't gonna stop them from winning 50 games in the regular season. I can tell you that.
If they come into the season with their mind right, we fucked. Part of my friends.
Hey.
You know saying? Yeah, but like they're rated adequately. They're rated where they're supposed to be rated. But we as basketball people who watch the games and know that what's going on, they've got a bunch of non-basketball things going on there that might affect the actual basketball.
Right. Okay.
So none of us are sure that that's all worked out. If it's all worked out, then cool. Like Ben Simmons comes back, he has no problems. This, that, and the other. Like KD and Kyrie is balling, and they all like, yeah, okay, cool. They're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a big problem. But the non-basketball issues have not been worked out yet. That's what I'm saying.
And by the way, I would have preferred to, if you talk about some of the things they could have did to get risky, I would prefer they offer up 2 or 3 draft picks for Jaden Ivey rather than 3 draft picks and this and that for Donovan Mitchell. So there's just so much more they could have done. So that's what I'm saying. Once I saw the price for that player, and I got to admit something else, he's an explosive type player. Without his explosion, he starts getting injured and he loses his explosion. I need more dynamic players that does more with the triple threat. They don't just use their athletic ability to get around the basketball court. You got to be careful of those players long term.
Yeah, and so what I wanted to mention too, man, is you can't sleep on stuff like speed. Like there are certain things, no matter how you build an athlete, if they don't have it, you can't manufacture it. I don't care how finesseful your scheme is systemically and all that stuff. If you don't have dudes that are fast, y'all don't even know what speed is, like what speed does in sports, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about GI because GI from Northern New Jersey, he already know what I'm talking about. GI from the hub, he already know. Bro, when you don't just go get a Donovan Mitchell type dude, try to chase him. because he can shoot the three, right? Yo, elite speed makes you dynamic, bro. You feel me? Look, like when you go out and get somebody and I wish it was somebody in the chat. Somebody need to come to my aid on this, bro. Things like speed make you pay premium prices. You know what I'm saying?
Speed is a good skill to have, but like if you don't,
no, it's the speed, it's the skill to have, bro.
That's debatable. That's debatable because like you have cats that have speed. They only go in that one state. It's either on or off, and they're in that top drive. I'm gonna give you cats like Russell Westbrook, great play on paper. Like definitely, multiple seasons of triple dubs, this, that, and the triple doubles, this, that, and the other. But like when you look at his gameplay, part of actually what is his biggest detriment is that he can't tone his speed down. Like that dude plays at one high octane speed, and it kind of messes up the other cats around.
You know what that means? But you know what that means, Freaky?
That means what?
That means the other dudes around him are slow.
Yes, slower than him.
Right. That means the other dudes around him are slow, bro.
But if they're slower than you, that doesn't mean that you're not still part of the team. Like
get another guy that can run with them, and the speed won't be there.
The mental comes in. You have to be able to modulate yourself to be able to play with the guys on the
Freaky. Now you saying dudes that are fast are not smart? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Dude, nobody on the chat believe that BS because I didn't say that.
Come on, that's what you're alluding to. You said you got to be able to modulate your speed.
Other things, your best quality, your best characteristics and skill sets is always in between your ears, big gangster. Always.
That's not what Forrest Gump said. I watched Forrest Gump the other day. And the man on Forrest Gump said, "That boy sure is a running fool, but he sure is fast." You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is, bro. The point that I'm getting at is the Knicks lack speed and athleticism. It's the reason why they went after Jaden Ivey. It's the reason why they went after Donovan Mitchell, bro. It's the reason why the Knicks know. Think about this lineup. I'm gonna just say this lineup, and y'all tell me what y'all think. You got Brunson at point guard, Evan Fournier at the 2, RJ Barrett at 3, Julius Randle at the 4. Where's your explosive athlete at?
Wait, what?
Jalen Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle. Where's your explosive athlete at? Well, okay. Since Fournier might be the worst athlete of them, take out Fournier and put in Quentin Grimes.
I think RJ and Brunson are explosive enough.
No.
RJ gets to the cup. He gets to the cup well enough. My issue is just his finishing at the layup.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You can't make him lay up.
You can't make him finish at a high rate. But you know what you could do when But what if Russell Westbrook got those layups, got those opportunities that RJ Barrett got? Yeah, what if Derrick Rose in his prime got those open layups that RJ got?
And to the detriment of other people on his team. Yo, dude, Westbrook played with other Hall of Famers and couldn't get it done. But those same guys got it done with other people. It says something about you, bro. It says something about you.
I'm just gonna go out here and say the three greatest players that ever played in the NBA were exceptional athletes and fast for their position.
And that young cat,
LeBron James is a freight train. Michael Jordan was quick and fast, right?
And skilled and had big hands. And those big hands are something that's very much undervalued because that's also the thing that gives Kawhi the ability to do what Kawhi does. These are physical traits. These are physical traits that allowed for certain things. Dude,
so let's not go for speed. Let's just find dudes with big hands.
That palming that Jordan used to do, and get away with all the time, dude, those big hands, those very exceptionally big hands played a part.
I ain't gonna lie. As soon as you said big hands, that Sir Mix-a-Lot song started playing in my mind.
I like big hands, I cannot lie.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her hands. They are so big.
But
yeah, I'm gonna go cop some dinner, man. I came rushing into the house to jump on the live, change my clothes, jump on the live. I had a rough day.
Yeah, me too, man.
Wait, what happened? What happened? What I missed?
I said I gotta go grab some dinner, man. I jumped in, running late to the live, jumped on the live, eat. Yeah, I'm looking down like, woo, I'm getting a little dizzy.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you gotta back out, bro.
Man, yeah, man. No doubt. Hey, man, man, I love being on with GI, bro. I love it.
This is the team, yo.
I love being on the show with GI, bro.
Yeah, so
I absolutely love it.
GI is all right with me. I don't care what nobody got to say. He all right with me.
It's for Kanye and Pepper.
Hey.
Gang.
The Sigma is my sons anyway.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Free keep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the Knicks do lack explosion and athleticism, bro. I think that's why they chased it this offseason.
That's yet to be. That I'd say, I'm. That's arguable. That's arguable. I still need the season to start. I am not judging this team until I see those sneakers hit the court. Not doing it.
Okay. All right. Just saying, bro. I think there's something to be said for like athleticism.
And I'm saying it here. I'm expecting 48 wins. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm expecting the Knicks to. I want the Knicks to win the NBA title.
You expecting the lottery, this, that, and the other. Like that's what you expecting. It ain't gonna happen.
I want them to win the NBA championship, bro. Because you
know they're not gonna win the NBA.
Yeah, your man's kept Quentin Grimes out of the deal. Clearly, he think Quentin Grimes is Spider or better. Why are you gonna keep Grimes out the deal, bro? When you could have got Spider?
You have no factual evidence of that.
I got rumors. I got rumors in the window.
No, you don't. You got reports from Berman. That's what you got.
Right. You're right. Right. So okay.
Berman. So it's only and it's mad different reports coming out from these different beats. So really, it's your emotional support, your emotional state that lets you pick which narrative that you're gonna go ahead and follow, and this, that, and the other. Like, dude, like there's a narrative out there that we never had a chance. We didn't have a chance for what you call it for Spider because they traded him to the Cavs to slight him.
Emotions.
One narrative. But other Cavs narrative that the front office messed up the deal. That's another narrative. So which one you pick is just depending on your emotional state of what you think, which one plays better with your mental emotional narrative. That's it.
All right. Okay. I'm saying, bro, is if Grimes don't win league MVP, bro, I'm gonna be mad.
Yo, OJ, yeah. Yo, dude, look, let me tell you. All I want next season, all I want this season is good basketball. I can build on a foundation of good basketball. And I think that's what we're getting is good basketball this season.
I can't do that no more. No more.
Basketball.
No more, bro. None.
I'll take a Pacers year. I'll take a year being the Pacers.
I can't take any more of that, bro. The Knicks got to win a championship this year.
They got to win a championship when?
This year.
Why?
Because you kept Grimes out the deal, so clearly Grimes is gonna be the league MVP.
See, I know you be selling a lot of like wolf tickets and like these narratives be what you call the keep conversation, but you sound that's foolish.
I sound desperate.
Desperate. Not even desperate. Like that's not rational. You don't go from the worst to the best in 2 seasons.
Right.
That's just not how this works.
Right. So how long are you giving this front office before they turn it around?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at us now being a playoff team that's going to be in the playoffs in the next couple playoffs, and I feel like as close as next season, depending on what happens in this by the midseason trade deadlines or whatever, or what moves made and this, that, and the, but like I got us being potentially like we might be in a position to contend for the chip in a season or two.
All right, so Free Keep. Okay, so the optimist in me wants the Knicks to win the NBA title, right? But listen to this group of teams and tell me where we are better. Miami, Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Toronto, Chicago, Brooklyn, Atlanta.
Yo, we beat Boston coming out the gate last year. Cool, same team. I don't look at them as unbeatable.
Are they the same team, or does Malcolm Brogdon not impact them?
Okay, I'll give you that. He gives them a little bump up, but so what? We beat them with our old team last season, the bad team.
Okay,
we got Brunson.
So we're better than Boston. Okay. So are we
saying these are teams that I'm not even saying again? I'm not doing those comparisons. I'm saying like we could go toe to toe with them. Miami, that's another team that we had a 20-point lead on, and we lost and we beat them as well last season. So like I am not like we can beat them. They can beat them. And
it sounds like
say better, worse, this, that, and these are beatable teams, and we can beat them.
Hey, chat, this is what it sounds like when doves cry. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Because you pointed out the Boston games, but you didn't point out the fact that Orlando beat us too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, so Payback Carter says we are not better than all those teams.
Did I say better? I didn't say better or worse. I'm talking about like, do any given night we could beat any of those teams. Like it's not like they are like these big bullies that we can't surmount. Like it's just not. That's not the case.
But in order for us to get to 48 wins,
the only teams, if Nets come into the season with their mind right, that's probably a top team in the that's probably a top team in the East. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't no off-court mental issues and they locked in, that's a scary team. That's probably going to be the 1 or 2 seed.
Hey, Freaky, if you know I've been knowing you for a long time, right?
What?
You know you my man. If something happened to you, if the zombie apocalypse happens and something happens and you need to borrow a body part, you know I'll loan you one. You know what I'm saying? You know that. That's given. Yeah, we ain't got to sign no paperwork or nothing. We just get on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Now what's the drip? Go ahead.
So here's the thing. This is a conversation that I want to have with you and you only because I know you will think your way through processes, right? I see that, right? I see you hit Freaky for something and you start thinking like the wheels start turning real fast. All right. Here's the thing. I think the disgruntled stars this year in the NBA are going to be from the Knicks. I don't think they'll be from other teams.
Stars, though.
Right.
That's mad funny. The disgruntled stars going to come from the Knicks, but everybody's telling me we don't have no stars.
That's exactly why I wanted to ask you. I want to talk to you about this specifically because you think quick on your feet, right? Y'all see that? That's why if the zombie apocalypse happens and Freaky loses, say, an ear in a fight with a zombie, I would just lay down on the table. We only had to fill out paperwork. You know what I'm saying? We only had to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no contact the next to kin and none of that. I'm super straight. So, but here's the thing. I think because of how this thing was handled this offseason, if you say that Knicks fans are emotional, then you have to consider the Knicks players that went through this rigmarole too and how they feel, right? And we are all people, and it's easy to say that they're professional and they have to deal with that, right? Because it's easy to say that you are a fan and you don't play the game, you're a fan, right? Then you could switch the same thing on us, right? But I'm here to tell you, I I think if the Knicks stumble out the gate like 2-4, I think you're gonna hit a rumblings. RJ want to be traded. Obi want to be traded.
Not if it's because of them. Not if it's because of them that we if
I think it is.
If RJ if it's because RJ is thinking up the place with his poor efficiency, it's kind of gonna be he could request what he want to request, but it's gonna be hard to get behind him. Get out of here.
Yeah, but the thing is, with a disgruntled start, it doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason. It's just noise. Once the noise starts, the noise in MSG, it's like a carcass outside of MSG. Once the buzzards start circling, the vultures start circling, it don't matter who put the carcass out there. You know what I'm saying? You know that. You've been around this team long enough. Once there's blood in the water, so to speak, it don't matter who put the blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? Berman coming. You know what I'm saying? You know that. Then Stephen A. Smith can't wait. Stephen A. Smith can't wait to say, he can't wait to get on ESPN and be like, yo, I hear RJ Barrett. This is me doing Stephen A. Smith. And I hear RJ Barrett is requesting a trade.
Yeah, dude. Like, I just don't. I just don't. No. I don't want to deal with that dude saying anything about the Knicks, man. Like, I can't even take him seriously anymore. Like,
yo, he the Howard Cosell of this generation. For those that remember Howard Cosell,
he definitely is. He definitely is.
Yeah, man. So I'm thinking.
I respect Howard Cosell more.
Right. I'm thinking you might hear Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, and RJ request a trade. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you go out there and play them veterans like you did last year. If I'm telling you, as soon as they name Fournier the starter, bro, and I think the kids are gonna be disgruntled.
No, I don't think so. I think the kids will be just fine. I think fans will be disgruntled.
Nah, man. I'm saying if the Knicks, did you see the Knicks schedule?
No, I didn't look at the Knicks schedule.
Bro, I'm okay. I'm telling you, all I'm gonna say is emotional.
It's emotional. It's an emotional schedule.
Yes.
It's emotional.
Yeah, I'm telling you because all right. So I'm gonna
stacked at the front or the back end.
All right. So here are like the first few games. Memphis.
Excellent.
Right. That's at Memphis on ESPN. You get Detroit, Orlando, Charlotte.
Detroit, Orlando. Oh well, Orlando is some get back. Like I don't know why that BS team was spanking us like that. That's definitely us having.
Because they better than us.
No, they wasn't better than us. Stop it.
And they added Paolo Banchero. Right.
It.
But here's the thing. And then after that, you got Milwaukee, Cleveland, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, Minnesota, Brooklyn. You heard us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games against contenders. You got Milwaukee, Cleveland, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, Minnesota, Brooklyn. Right? Bro, these first 11 games, if the Knicks jump out of the box like 2-9,
I don't think that 5-5 is the worst that I foresee us going in the first 10 game stretch. But even if we do go something brutal like 2-9, I'm not calling it quits. I gotta see why it is.
Like, but I bet you will support Johnny Bryant though.
I mean, if he ends up being the coach, then Merry Christmas. Yeah, definitely. But so what if we end up being 10-10? I mean 10-0.
10-0.
Gonna support Tibbs?
I rock with Tibbs, bro.
Oh, okay.
I rock with Tibbs. I like Tibbs. right? I don't try to disrespect Tibbs on these joints. I do sometimes say that it may be best for him to move on, and it's because it's situational, not because you know how it's about the fit. But I'm telling you, if this team struggles out the box and puts up a 2-9,
that's only 9 games.
No, that's 11 games.
I mean, that's 11 games. Like, dude, there's still what 71 more games to play for this season, bro.
Right. I get it. But I'm saying the reason why I bring that up is not because I don't think the Knicks can correct themselves. I don't think they won't self-correct. What I'm saying is the buzzards will be out. The buzzards will be out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely. I know that.
All right. Hey, you ready to wrap this thing up, man? I got.
I can't.
The Knicks at Night podcast is gonna be fire, bro. I'm straight trolling.
I know you're trolling. I might pull up. Might. Might.
You know that's late at night. You know that's late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be dude, man, y'all be going hard all day. I have to respect that. I gotta respect that.
I'm trying to get this dude coach to you know what I'm saying, to take the filter off. I'll be trying to get Selly to do sell next day, in the chat. I'll be trying to get him to take the filter off, but they don't like these dust ups for some reason. We used to like dust ups, man.
Yeah, yo, why everybody, like, people trying to stay away from the static and the smoke, yo?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna introduce them to the dust up tonight, man. You know how I have a penchant.
The season opening, yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I have it like I have a penchant for getting two people that disagree to go at each other like combatants. So we'll see. We might do that tonight, bro. If not, I'm gonna just have to rock by myself. If not, I'm gonna just have to rock them. Because this dude Sell Next Day is a smart dude.
No problem with that.
Me in a microphone, we ain't never had arguments.
Ashley got smoke for me. Why you got smoke for me? What you got smoke for? Unless it's actual smoke.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom.
Because I want to know what it is that is so disagreeable with what I'm saying.
And all I'm gonna say is I'm just saying this to you, Freaky. These kids may not be any good.
All right, let's find it out.
Yeah, no, we're gonna find out tonight on the Knicks at Night podcast.
No, we won't, because they won't. They won't be playing the games, and there'll be a bunch of y'all talking. We'll find out October 19th, opening night, and beyond.
In Memphis. We'll be walking in Memphis. Walking.
Yeah, I like that. Till next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely am on that hopium. You right. Yeah. You right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I am on that opium.
Yeah.
If I was one of you bitter fans that everything goes wrong and everything is negative, why be a fan at all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, while I live, I hope.
Hey, that's philosophy, by the way. I think that's Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. I think that's as I think I am. I think that's Nietzsche.
It's not.
Nietzsche. I can't remember. It's been too long. My mind is.
But like, it's an important phrase to keep in mind. Hope is what keeps you alive. You don't know
hope alive.
Winning, you trust that the next minute is coming. You trust that you're gonna wake up. You hope at the beginning of the night that you're gonna make it to the morning. You hope. That's what this whole thing is about.
Bim. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here and get something to eat. I'm gonna go to GI house and get something to eat. Because we ain't cook over here. So I'm gonna scoot on over to GI and them crib and see if they got anything left for a fat boy. Yo, Freaky, I meant to tell you, man. Yo, I've been doing push-ups, man. My back shoulders is crazy.
That's right. My back shoulders is crazy.
Yeah, my back shoulders. I don't like taking my shirt off on the camera, right? But the thing is, my back shoulders is crazy, bro. But here's the thing. You know how they say push-ups is a full body workout, right?
No,
I feel like now my balance is off. I gotta do something else. I can't just
real quick before all these cats leave though, like please do me a favor. Can y'all holler at that like button and smash that, please? I appreciate it before y'all leave. Y'all go ahead and shoot y'all shots at me. Go ahead and blow whatever smoke you need to blow in my direction. But please do me a favor and hit that like button on your way.
Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
And subscribe to the channel.
I'm gonna have to get me an elliptical machine, bro.
Yes, it's Latin. Dumb Spiro. Yes, there you go. Appreciate you, Brooklyn. Appreciate you. Brooklyn always comes through. Period. Anything named Brooklyn always comes through.
Yeah, man. Brooklyn keeps on taking it. All right, y'all. We out of here. We'll holler at y'all later.
Peace to the gods, yo.
Peace,
Catch y'all next time.